Hi, everybody. It's Jaylyn with Crafty Girl Creations. So glad you've joined me, and I'm so sorry if I'm just a few minutes late. I was so into getting ready what we were going to do today, I totally just lost track of time. Nobody does that, right? Other than me, lose track of time crafting. Okay, so get your drinks, whatever your favorite drink is. And you see, I got my hair cut, so I'm ready to go today, and I'm gonna right on over to the other side here and show you what we're working with today. We are going to focus on the May online suite that they're going to bring out called Sweet Old Friends. Now I'm going to show you some things because I am so excited for this site. It looks like Pooh. Of course, it's not necessarily. It's old school if you could call it that. But as you can see, Tigger's not Tigger and Pooh's not Pooh. Piglets. It's not exactly identical, but it's such a cute set. And you get the dies for that. You've got little tree stump dies. One for I'm gonna call them what I see them: Pooh and Roo and Tigger and Pooh and Eeyore, all the different pieces, and the little honeycomb. And then we're going to work with sweet words and labels, um, because that's going to be our sentiment. And this also is going to come out, it's part of the mega suite that's coming out. And let me reach over and grab the other parts. Let's see, we have the embossing. Oh, my camera's doing funky things again. Up here, baby. Come on, come back. Come back to mama. There we go. As you can see, this is the embossing folder. It's the 100 Acre Woods. And Pooh's right there. And that just absolutely. Now, this is a pretty big die. I'd say it's probably well, I can measure it nearly. Like an 8 by, like a 7. I mean, it's like 8 by 8. It's huge. So it's a really good sized die or embossing folder. I'm going to set that aside and show you the other dies that come with the, at least I think I've got them in here. Oh, no, that's for, there they are. Got everything off to my left here for the sweet words and labels. I've got 2 of them I pulled out to use. Look at all these dies you get. Think of all the sentiments you could put with these. Oh, it's just too sweet, which we'll be cutting sentiments today because I didn't cut mine ahead of time. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use yet. So, but you've got little acorn tops, leaves, and then all these different frames to use. And they're all like got the embossing in I'm going to bring that up really close where you've got like design styles in them. So this is cool. I'm excited about this. Now I'm going to show you the paper that comes, the designer series paper. We all know it's all about the designer series paper. So I'm not going to show you that one yet because here is the first sheet. You've got all the characters and you can use those dies to punch these out. So then we've got the cloud cover on that side. We've got 2 sheets of those. Okay, we'll pull this one out. I don't think all of these cut out, but I know most of the ones on the first page do cut out, but you could cut them out and fussy cut these. That they're not that, these don't look that difficult, but you've got, the one thing I like about this suite is that you can, as you see, Piglet here is in summertime, but yet you've got a representation up here in the wintertime. So there are pieces of this that you could use throughout the season and not just for, it's not a one trick pony, so to speak, where it's only spring or it's only fall. It really does, show you a bunch of everything. On the back of that, you got the pink gingham, or the Barely Blush gingham. See, because it's got colors: balmy blue, basic black, Cajun craze, cherry cobbler, crumb cake, early espresso, golden glow, hydrangea hue, mossy meadow, old olive, pecan pie, timid tiger, and berry vanilla. I call that Barely Blush. So that's me. So let's see what our next one is. There's some really cool things coming up back here. So that's the one we just looked at. Here we go. You guys are going to love this. You scrapbookers out there, check this out. Not only could you cut these apart for card fronts, but you could use them, like the little ones, just for pieces of a decorative in the corners of your scrapbooks, or Thanksgiving down here, where you've got the thing, like where they're all at dinner. But these are fabulous. So many uses. Now, of course, this is the blue, the hydrangea hue. Isn't that just gorgeous? Look at that. All the different characters would look great on a scrapbook page. Let's see, we did that one. This is the one we're using today. We're using a couple pieces from it. Because again, Stampin' Up's done a fantastic job at doing like spring, winter, summer, fall. That one could be fall. Christmas down here at the bottom. And these dies that I was showing you. This is the coolest part, y'all. Hold on, here they are. The dies that I was showing you, these go around those. Yes, I've already done it, but you cut them out with your dies so you don't have to fussy cut around that. Is that not fabulous? So I'm really excited about that page. That's why I chose to use that page for our card today, for a couple cards. I couldn't stop at one. And then, oh, what's on the back? Yeah, kind of forgot that part, didn't I? Another really great peaceful pine and berry vanilla, basic black, or your three color stripes represented there. Make a great scrapbooking page, opposite page. And then the last set, so you get 12 sheets. It's just more of the characters. Make a great baby book. And then more of the golden hue, the golden hue and the basic black star pattern. Let's see if you can get that up there. So I'm really excited about this set. There's so many beautiful things in here that you have to use. And the last thing I decided to use today was, I know I threw a lot at you today. I'm like, yeah, I was like getting very excited about things. Is May's product of the month. It's the Eyelet Blooms die. Now, this is an entire plate die. It's a whole plate. So you think, okay, you could see that some of it is just embossed, but then some of it is die cut as well. Let me try to show you on that side. You've got some little tiny holes, but then you've got some of the bigger ones. Now, if you've ever used these die cuts that are big plates like this or have a lot of little pieces, this is where you guys have seen me use my take your pick tool many times. Oop, let me get there we go. What I've added to the end of it is I just took off the little piece that has the little sticky stuff at the end where you could pick up your little jewels and dots. And I put the wheel on here with I don't know really, it's like a nylon. And what I did was when you buy that set, you get these little cushion foams with it. And I sat and put the paper on there and then rolled over it. Now, another little tip when you are using a die cut, a big one like this, that's got a lot of intricate, you're going to want to do it a couple times. It's not a one trick. Generally, it's not. Sometimes it is, but generally, it's not a one trick, one go through, and you're done. And you want to instead of running it through straight like that, you want to kind of, because this is only, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4¼ inches wide, and you've got 6 inches wide on your stamp cut and emboss machine. So you want to take and turn it slightly, as much as you can. This just takes the pressure off of it not being on so much of the die at one time, but it really does help it to go through easier and cut better. So that's just a little professional tip for you. You'll only put it through straight one time, I can tell you this, because you'll think you've had to be Hercules and think you're never going to live through cutting that die ever again. So now what I have got for you today is I have went ahead and cut out some pieces. And this is just to show you an example of where I cut out the picture frame with the die. And I thought, I'm going to take the next one up and look at that. Lo and behold, the next one up fits all the little pieces, so it looks like a picture frame. Can you guys see that okay? Let's see if I can get my camera to, there we go. Everything fits together. I know I'm getting a shadow behind here. Everything fits together. So that that was just beautiful. So now we're going to go ahead and put the pieces together that I've got set up here. Now I did go through and I picked the Peaceful Pine and Golden Glow. These are 2 of your newer in colors that don't come out until May 5th. But I really wanted to showcase them now, even though they kind of tend to look a little like fall colors. I think we're going to use the heck out of them in the fall. Yes, we will. But I still think they've got a place in the here and now. So I did want to do that. So we'll go ahead and go with the Peaceful Pine first. And what I did is, this is what this looks like. Oh, sorry, my camera's goofing up on me. Come on, baby, come back. And it just gives you it does lift pieces up. That doesn't pull out completely, but it kind of gives you've seen some of those stamps that Stampin' Up! Have had recently, die cuts that have some that just lift off the page, but not completely. This is exactly the same idea. And I just punched out as many of those holes as I could. And I also did the embossing folder, and it was good. It was supposed to be behind our little frames here, but I couldn't cut it. I did cut it in half, but it was so beautiful, and I'm gonna show it to you. I'll show you half of it. It was so beautiful, and I did it on the Barely Blush. I oops. There we go. My camera froze for a second. Come on, baby. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna bring this up, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. You've got the tree here where Christopher Robin would play, and you could actually see it's hard to get it to show up on camera, but the swing set, and then it's got the north, south, east, west, and you could even take Pooh sitting here on a log, and you could even take and like dot his little footsteps that are embossed in here, and they're just absolutely gorgeous. But I came up with another idea for that, so we'll do that in a second. First things first, oh, there's my glue, is we are going to go ahead and glue this to the front. I was going to put like a piece of white back there, but I was like, that just doesn't do it for me. I said, I'm going to do tone on tone just to give it some texture. To me, the white would have been so stark. So let me get this centered in here. So it's going to be tone on tone. But I think when you see how that comes off, that's going to be really nice. And then let's see, I went with this set. See how that's so much nicer than a flat surface? Now we'll go ahead and put our frame on. So sometimes, have you ever not put a sentiment on the front of a card? I don't do it very often, but I felt like this one kind of spoke for it. So we are going to actually do the sentiment on the inside. And let's see here. I wanted to put these up on dimensionals. Give it just a little height. Oh, my camera. What is up with this thing? I'm over here. Come on. Okay, then when that happens, I adjust the stand. Ha! We'll get it done. It'll come back one, I hope. All right, camera. There we go. Put that back here. This is going to take more than just a few. I just didn't want it to be in one. I'm sorry, guys. This silly camera, I don't know what it's doing and why it's doing that, but a lot of people have had trouble with. Gosh darn it. Would be fine any other day. Come on. All right. Sorry about that. And then one more for the middle so it doesn't sink. And I'm keeping an eye on that. So let's see here. Splitting my time between. There we go. Set that here. And then we're just going to line that right up. Isn't that cool how that frame just does that so nicely? And now I thought since we used these the other day, I'm going to have to do it the old-fashioned way because I wanted to show you without the take your pick tool. Okay, I'm going to take my camera and say some foul words to it in a second Come on. Come on. Yep, we're up here. Very good. And these are the 2026 to 2028 in color dots. So we are going to use the green, and I'm having to do it, like I said, the old-fashioned way. That's just pick and push. Now that's the outside. Now I thought for the inside, because I loved this so much and I didn't want to cut it, I thought, okay, I'm going to decorate the inside too. And it just continues the theme. Normally I don't do this, but this embossing folder is just the coolest thing. And it would be great for anybody using this for scrapbooking, because you literally could do the whole top of your page or the whole page. You just would have to, camera, thank you. You would just have to set it right. You would just have to set it right together. But let's go ahead and stamp this first, because remember what the rule is. You stamp. Yep. You stamp before you put together, because if you make a mistake, you can do that. Now, I want to show you another little trick somebody taught me this week. Watching other demonstrators, I saw someone do this, and that is they took the peaceful pine, and when you get it, you get these little stickers on the back so you could label it. But you get different, you do get the other languages too, but you get, in the US, you do get 2 US ones. And I'm assuming in the other languages, you get 2 of theirs too when they get them. And so what I did, since these come apart now, is I labeled the inside as well, so that when I have more than one stamp up here, I could tell which one's which. Is that not ingenious? I was excited. I was like 4 years of doing this as a hobbyist. Never did I think of doing that. But camera. I'm going to have to go relabel today's video and call it camera. There we go. And I am going to pull. The best kind of days are the days spent together. And see, and you could stamp your own too, your own frames. And then you could still die cut it, because you still have the die cuts that cut out the stamped frames. You following me here? The suite is fantastic. I am very happy with it. So we're going to stamp this first. And why do we stamp it first? Because if I make a mistake, I could flip it over and do it again. I think that's pretty centered. Oh, see, it's not centered as well as it could have been. So we're going to turn it over. I think this is better. So I hope so, because it's down now. Oh, much better. And then you glue. But that is perfect. That's the perfect reason why we stamp first instead of glue first. I just had a really big bird go by my window. Sorry. Like a camera. Somebody needs to go put camera in the comments so we remember this. So there you are. Here we have Pooh and Piglet sitting there. and you open it up, the best kind of days are the days spent together. Now I know I did it that way. I could have just done it that way too, but that's okay. That's the way I did it. Card number 1. Now card number 2 is extremely similar, except for we went with the golden glow. And this is a good way to show you. I had such, when I don't remember everything all the time either. And when, let me go ahead and cover that. And when, hold on, camera, come on. As soon as I can get my camera to, all right. So I don't always remember everything either. And I knew the rule about turning, the die, kind of turning it, but I forgot. So I put it in like this. Well, I don't know if you could see, but on the back, okay, I'm over here. Those are barely cut. So that is why I'm still going to use it. I'm not going to waste it, and I'll show you why. When I put the card together, I'm not going to need to worry about that space anyway. So I did what I needed to and poked out what I could, and it's still going to be beautiful. So we're going to take and glue. Come on. There we go. I'll look in to see if maybe there's something I set off by accident that's causing that to do that. And not stay focused in on where I want it. And again, I went with tone on tone because I just wanted to create a little bit of texture. And I'm going to hold this down just a bit because once you cut out the die, it does become a little bit not as sturdy as like other dies. I don't know. I'm not trying to find the right words, but it needs a little help, extra help sticking down. I probably should have used the running tape sealing. There we go. That's not bad. It'll settle down here, and I'll put something on top of it in just a few. So we're going to take and put my frame on next. And as you can see, the frame even has the design around the edge to kind of give it some texture. Give it a little decorative element. And we'll see what I'm saying about it's not really going to make that big a difference. There we go. Because your center, what they're going to look at is going to be here in the center. So I wasn't that worried about it. Let's pull out the dimensionals again and get some going while I'm trying to watch the camera. But you guys, I'm sure, will let me know if something's awry. Let's see here. So how many of you are tuning in from Facebook and how many are tuning in from YouTube? I'm curious to know. So even if you're watching on a replay, definitely let me know. Drop it in the comments. Because, we could never agree on the same time because most people are from all over the world. So there we go. And I just love the fact that these are so, little off center. There we go. Better. Get that raised up on a few dimensionals. And get these put back in here. Put them back where they belong, because if I don't do that, I get in trouble. Now we've got Golden Glow, so we'll use that again because I like that they're nice and shiny. Just give that little bit of extra. Again, let's put these back in their little case. Well, we'll do that. Oh, I gotta do that afterwards. Now we'll go to the inside. And you notice how all these colors, even the Barely Blush looks so pretty with the Peaceful Pine or the Golden Glow. There we go. And here's our, oops, well, that'll definitely be, had a little smudge of dirt on it, so we don't want to use that. Ah, here. I didn't do the Golden Glow one. So while we're here, we'll go ahead and label it. Because that way when I open it right to left, I put it on the end that I want it on. There we go. Simply, just like that. Now let's see if we can get this one. First try. Oh, nice. I think that's nice. That's nice and pretty. So put that up there, and now we are ready to glue this down. Now that little smudge will be on the bottom and it won't make a big deal. No big difference. Because nobody's ever going to see that side. So kids, how easy was that? Just a nice, simple, easy card. And I couldn't cut that. Now I get my camera. There we go. So just a nice, simple card. The best kind of days are the days spent together. So now we have a couple. We've gotten a couple different cards now. Oh, the other one was out in my living room because I was showing my husband. He likes to look at things, but I was showing him what I'd done lately, and so he hasn't seen these yet. So again, I want to remind you that the product of the month is only $5 with a $75 purchase, and that is what I used for the background here on both. So, definitely, and if you've already got this and you place another $75 order and they've got ones from previous months, you can go back. And here's what I was trying to show you. The last one is the in colors also come in the new ribbon, all the ribbons in the new in colors too. And it's a really nice satiny ribbon. So with that, folks, I am going to say adieu and thank you for coming and spending a little time with me today, and I hope that you continue coming back. Do let me know where you're tuning in from and whether you're following on Facebook. And if you're following on YouTube, please consider subscribing, as that's, how I am building my business. And you can always get me at hello@jaylenweinel.com. And I will put that in the into the description as well. So you guys have a wonderful day, and you can find me at jaylenweinel.com too. Got my own website. So, all right, you guys have a fabulous day, and I will see you Saturday at 2 for Simple Card Saturday. Bye, friends.